Okay, looks like I am live on Facebook, so that's a good start. And now I'm going to go ahead and go live on YouTube. And today we are live on both. So aloha, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Master Paul. And today is May 29, 2018. It's a Tuesday. And here in Hawaii, it is noon. And elsewhere in the world, it could be midnight. I know it is in Europe right about now. But I have people from all over the world that love to connect with me at different time zones. So I'm very grateful for this opportunity to connect with you, and I thank you for joining me. Today we'll be focusing on experiencing live examples of open spiritual channels. And today also I'm experimenting with going live on YouTube and Facebook. So on my computer, I'm going through Zoom to YouTube. And on my telephone, which is right next to the monitor of my computer, I'm going live on Facebook. So you might hear me talking to one or two different people at different times. On YouTube, I don't have very many people that follow, so I don't even know if anybody will be watching live. But yeah, we try to open a new audience. So thank you all for joining, and thank you for your presence and sharing. So as indicated today, there are going to be some examples of live spiritual channel readings and explanations of what are spiritual channels and how do you open them, because there is a significant there are a lot of people out there that have varying degrees of open spiritual channels, and some people don't quite understand how to utilize them. Some people are afraid of them. The degree of awakening in spiritual channels varies. There are some that actually use them for darkness, and that's very sad. But everyone has different ranges of awakening. And so today I'll be utilizing some examples of open spiritual channels, and I will also invite you to open your own or open them more, I guess is a better way to say it. So I'll also describe what is open spiritual channels and how you can learn more about them as we go. So I'm going to acknowledge those who are joining right now on YouTube. It doesn't show me the names of those who joined. It's just that 2 people are now watching. That's good. It's a new experience for me. And we'll check over here on Facebook, see who's joined us. So welcome Mary, welcome Vanessa, welcome also Teresa Miller, and welcome Kristen Rojas, aloha Brenda Chung, aloha and welcome Peggy Blake. Welcome also to Sharon Hendricks and Christine. Welcome Tanuja. Welcome Kristen Strachan. I'm going to see Kristen here very often anymore. She's working tough, hard hours. Welcome Elizabeth. Welcome also Lisa Patterson. And welcome Angie Kenny. Aloha Patricia O'Connell. And welcome also to Donta and Scott. Welcome Candy Cornett. Aloha, Delma Montes, and welcome also to Judy Thompson. Thank you all for coming. Thank you also for clicking the share button. So for those that have joined me on YouTube, welcome. This is my first live on YouTube. It's also going off to Twitter, and it's just kind of going everywhere. We're experimenting, as I said. So today we are going to focus on some open spiritual channel practices. Again, for those that are watching on YouTube or watching this on a recording for the first time, my name is Paul Fletcher, and the word master or Master Paul in front of my name simply represents that I have been doing this a long time, about 10 years now, and training, becoming an educator, becoming a certified master teacher, teaching these kinds of classes, and of course having my own open spiritual channels, none of which would be able to occur if it wasn't for the wisdom and teachings of my spiritual teacher, spiritual father, Master Sha. So Dr. and Master Sha, for those of you that are unfamiliar, so I don't have a book image picture very handy, is a spiritual teacher and spiritual father, and he has been delivering this wisdom for well over 20 years and offering many millions of miracle healings. And but more than that, he teaches people how to fish. You know, a lot of powerful healers and teachers, you know, if they teach, you have to wait 20 years to get the deep and high level wisdom. And if they heal, but they don't teach you how to self-heal. I really appreciate Master Sha because he teaches you both how to self-heal, and he teaches you how to open your own spiritual channels, how you can be self-responsible. So welcome also to Sharon Saxby and Richie Souder. Welcome all those watching on YouTube. So I'm going to go ahead and connect us heart to heart, soul to soul. And how I do that, as with all of my live streams, because I've done 2 years of live streams here on Facebook, is I use the Source Soul Song of Love, Peace and Harmony. It is a mantra, and it is a gathering tool. It is a healing instrument as well. It's been translated in 40 languages. Excuse me. And you can learn more at lovepeaceharmony.org. So we'll do a hand mudra position, which is placing the left hand in front of the heart center and the right hand gently pointed towards heaven. And then we will connect, and I will invite in the beings of light to set the stage for today's live experience. So close your eyes, join with me. Dear our beloved divine creator, all layers of the divine Tao, the source, all of our spiritual mothers and fathers from this and all time, dear our individual heavens teams, guides, angels and saints, dear the soul of all the angels, healing angels, archangels, masters and ascended masters, lamas, gurus, sifus, saints, buddhas and bodhisattvas, we love you all, honor you all, appreciate you all. Thank you for your presence at this time. And we ask most humbly and most sincerely for you to join us. We ask that as we do the practices today, we learn about open spiritual channels, please be present and allow me to borrow your wisdom as I teach and offer examples of open spiritual channels. And so on YouTube, welcome also Teresa. Namaste. Dear the Source Soul Song of Love, Peace and Harmony, love you, honor you, appreciate you. Please turn on. As I chant love, peace and harmony, please gather hearts and souls, connect us one to one. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So again, for those that are new, this is a mantra, this is a healing instrument. You're welcome to chant along with me or just receive the blessing. Lula, lula, li. Lula, lula, la, li. Lula, lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. Wo ai wo xin er ling. Wo ai ran ran lei. Wang ling rong er mu shi sheng. Xiang ai ping an xie. Xiang ai ping an xie. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. Aloha and welcome to Shelley. Welcome Rosetta. Welcome Victor. Welcome Divjat. Welcome also Linda Ilova. Welcome Monica. Aloha and welcome to Jen Christie. Richie Souder. Aloha and welcome. And Sharon Saxby. Welcome Erica. Welcome Angela Vine. Welcome Tokes. And welcome also to Haya Muhammad. Welcome to everyone else. If I missed your name, forgive me. Aloha. Thank you for joining. So, and thank you for all those watching on YouTube. Today is live examples of open spiritual channels. And I'm gonna do about 5 to 10 minutes of explanation before I actually do some live examples. And the purpose of this today is to help everyone to understand that they can have these abilities. This is a trained ability. This is not something that everyone is born with by any stretch of the imagination. Everyone can have these abilities, but it does need to be practiced. It is highly likely that all of us have had these abilities that you'll witness today in the past. Almost everybody at some point in their many lifetimes has had their open third eye, We have all had the ability to see and communicate directly with God, directly with angels, and directly with Jesus or Buddha or the other beings of light. Krishna, Muhammad, you name them, they're all beings of light. We have all had the ability to communicate directly with them at some point in time. We just don't remember it. And so part of the process of open spiritual channels is a remembering process. In order to remember, in order to awaken our spiritual channels, it is important to train with a certified master teacher. That does not mean it needs to be me. There are many who will fly to India, give up their life, go sit with a master for a couple of years, and slowly but surely open their spiritual channels, assuming they find a good and talented teacher. Certainly a lot of people will go there and sit for many years and have zero value. I have one of Master Sha's master teachers, his name is Master and Dr. David. He was actually the #1 in charge underneath exceedingly high-level guru, millions of followers in India. Millions, so they're talking many millions, not just 1 million, many millions. He was the #1 person underneath him. His spiritual channels were not open. So even training underneath this very high-level guru, his channels did not open. He trained under Master Sha, instantly his channels opened. Why? He received high-level wisdom, the wisdom that is normally kept hidden. And so when you train underneath the certified master teacher like myself that has been trained, has opened their spiritual channels using these practices, using what you'll see today, then you will also understand the value of it. Welcome Trina Robella. Welcome also to Pangerd. Aloha to everyone else if I missed your name. Welcome Lisa Zarniak. Thank you all for joining. So what are open spiritual channels? They are existing channels. They are existing energy centers in everybody's human body, and they are dormant. They are lacking awakenedness. What awakens them? The clearing of blockages is what awakens them. What causes the blockages? The blockages are caused by our spiritual debts. For example, you very likely could have been able to communicate directly with God, with angels, and hear back, see them in your third eye. You could have had very wide open spiritual channels. You may have been a spiritual teacher in previous lifetimes. That's certainly a possibility for every one of us that's watching today. One of the things, however, to keep in mind is that when we make mistakes in the spiritual journey, we create karma. So if in a previous time I had taught incorrect wisdom and teachings on the Kundalini, on the third eye, on how to communicate with holy beings, then it could have taken somebody off their path. Same goes for you. You may have had open spiritual channels, but if you taught incorrect information and it harmed a person's spiritual journey, that would basically mean that you would have a condition in which you would not have easily open spiritual channels this lifetime. What are other things that create blockages? Well, all the spiritual channels are connected to major energy centers. Of course, the 7 chakras are very involved, but there's also 2 major ones. One is the message center, also referred to as the 4th soul house or the heart chakra. The other one is called the Ming Men point. About 50% of you have heard of these. The message center, everybody knows the heart chakra, right? But very few people know anything beyond what they read. Everybody, oh, the heart chakra this, the heart chakra that, play a crystal bowl, everything's going to be wonderful, right? I'll clear my blockages this way or that way. You know, I'll wear a pendant over my heart center and that will clear everything. Sorry to inform you, that doesn't always work. The reason why these things don't always work is because those kinds of things do not clear spiritual debts. They do not clear our wrong choices, our harm to others. This harm blocks our spiritual journey. When we, for example, make vows to others, when we are very unpleasant in our communications, we are very mean and aggressive in our communications, people could close their hearts. If we cause people to close their hearts in this lifetime or previous ones, then naturally speaking, their ability to receive pure messages is not going to occur. The reason the heart chakra is called the message center is it receives messages. It is the center through which messages are received. It is the center through which our karma is reflected into the world. So there are many, many blockages that can occur just in this example. So welcome also Jackie Caracas. Thank you for joining. So when we open our spiritual channels in an organized pattern, following the teachings that have been brought to humanity through many other masters, but again, you have to go live in the mountains, give up your life to truly be with the master who has open spiritual channels and to develop them more. Now, probably between 20 and 40% of you already have some level of open spiritual channels. Some of you may have opened your third eye already, but you don't know what to do with what you're seeing. Some of you may have had it open as a child and had some very traumatic things that you witnessed, and it could be quite scary. Some of you may hear messages, but you're not sure if they're accurate or not, so you're afraid to respond to them or act upon them. These are varying levels of open spiritual channels. And the thing that's important to understand is that when you train with a certified master teacher who has been trained under the wisdom that Master Sha brought to humanity over 20 years ago, then you're training in a pattern that safely opens them, and most importantly, it safely opens them through the removal of spiritual debts. It safely opens them through processes and tried and true proven techniques that have been passed down for thousands and thousands of years. Thousands of years, think about that. And it's being freely shared through these kinds of teachings. You can find these teachings in Master Sha's books. You want to go and read all 20 books? You can get this wisdom. You have to do the practices that he suggests. You do not have to pay someone like me to do a 12-week course and have an aggressive focused practice. You do not have to do that. You can do it on your own. That's why I really appreciate Master Sha, because he does not limit people who have financial restrictions. He said, here's the wisdom. I will teach you how to fish. You just got to do it on your own. For those that have a little financial fluency, a couple $100, you can join my 12-week course and learn how to do it from a teacher who has learned how to do it from his teacher. Okay, that's the value. So welcome also to Gloria Karan. And welcome Laura Shelton, thank you for joining. Welcome also to anyone else who has joined me on YouTube. Thank you for joining. So in this 12-week program, and I'm going to give you some examples in just a few minutes here, you will learn how to empower the 5 major foundational energy centers, and you will learn how to truly, correctly, safely open and empower your 7 soul houses. You will learn what these 7 soul houses are related to in relationship to your major spiritual channels. There are 4 major channels which are taught in the advanced version of this course, which include the soul language channel. You are taught to reveal your soul language. Then you can turn it into soul song, which can help you to offer blessings and healings to others. You will learn how and where your 3rd eye channel is, where your direct knowing channel is, and your soul communication channel. Now today, when I offer live examples, I will be using my soul language channel. I will be using my direct communication channel to receive messages directly and speak them out. I will be using my 3rd eye channel to see images and share with you what those images are. There may be some who are joined today who do have 3rd eye, and I ask them to also share their 3rd eye images. And then direct knowing is not necessarily something that can be expressed here. It's something that has to be taught, learned, and practiced. It is, however, the most important of the 4 channels, and I go into that information in the 12-week course. So to know more about the course, follow the links that Kristen Rojas is posting. There are several people watching today that have attended that course that have left testimonials on the website, and they're even leaving testimonials live now on Facebook. So let's do some examples, okay? Experience what is open spiritual channels. What I'm going to do is I'm going to allow for questions, and 1 question only, please. I want the question to be about a health concern. What is the source of a health concern? We'll limit it to that, okay? You list your health concern. I will do a soul reading on the source of that health concern. How will I get the answer? Because through this 8, 9, 10 years of practice, I have become very adept at receiving information from the heavenly realms, from the Akashic records. Some people claim that they can open Akashic records and see everything. I'm not saying they can't. I'm saying that how we were taught is to be exceedingly respectful, that we don't just go in there and haphazardly start looking around. It's something that needs to be honored and only accessed if needed and if necessary. These are some of the higher level, deeper level spiritual wisdoms that you learn when you attend the 12-week course, okay? So I see the first request from Kristen Strachan, and I will check also on the live chat on the YouTube. And so Kristen asks, source of urinary bladder or tract infection. So they're the soul of Kristen Strachan, the soul of this blockage area, and the highest and best solution. Can you please offer guidance for Kristen at this time? So I'll use my soul language, one of the 4 channels, to clear blockages. Then I will use soul communication, another one of the channels, to offer guidance. How, my beloved Kristen, this is your soul. You have a meridian that runs around the entirety of your body. It is called the urinary bladder meridian. It runs from your bladder up the front of your body, across your nose, across the top of your head, and back down along your spine, back down to the torso, and again. Along this meridian, there is great blockages, including along the spinal area and lower parts of your torso. Should you receive acupuncture for this area, it will cause a strengthening of this association, and any leakage that occurs will be systematically limited. Additionally, we will share what this one speaking in our behalf knows, which is to spray the area with colloidal silver after each break in the restroom. This combination will strengthen your bladder and resolve your problem. This is your soul. How? How? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. And next one is Sharon Saxby Anderson, chronic fatigue, pain. The soul of Sharon, source of this issue, please come. Yen Monye, if there is any need to access the Akashic record, please reveal any information as needed. Thank you. How? This is Yen Monye, borrowing Master Paul's mouth. For you, our beloved daughter, this condition has significant ancestral roots. It is not to say that part of it is not associated with your own spiritual debts. There is significant blockages in your wood element and liver. These blockages are also putting a great taxation on your kidneys. The kidneys and your adrenals are completely zapped, as you are aware. The source of this is, of course, spiritual debt. If you were to receive blessings for the kidneys and the liver, you would notice a boost in your energy. This would not significantly resolve everything, however. it would make a significant jump in your energy. Of course, the adrenals as well. There is a looping occurrence in the intestinal zone in which there is problems with the digestive tract functionality, the ability to convert food to energy is being extremely taxed, and attention to this would create far greater results for you as well. There is aspects of what is called leaky gut, which constantly leaks toxins into your system, thereby creating problems for your liver and your kidneys. The constant toxicity into the system is creating suffering for your adrenals. It is a loop of sorts, and it cannot be addressed individually. These can be on many levels addressed through spiritual blessings, but there must also be the application of herbs and more. This is what we can share with you at this time. This is Yan Wan Ye. How. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are very blessed for this reading. So Mary Mancuso, I am healthy but gaining a lot of weight. What would be the cause? To the soul of Mary, Mary's question, and the highest guidance that can be offered at this time, the source of this. How? For our beloved Mary, the source is inappropriate balance with your adrenals and your stress. Does not have to be necessarily a huge amount of stress. It is more about the age in correlation to your adrenals and stress. Your body in your youth had a certain way of being. Now, as you have gotten older, your body gathers its energy, its food sources, and its processes through different forms. You should look at a diet that honors your stress reduction and cortisol levels. If you are able to find something, for some, this is the keto diet, it will assist in reversing this condition with time. How? Thank you, thank you, thank you. So welcome Deborah Anderson. Linda Loba says cause of weak kidneys. Welcome Mariana Huerta. Just Sullivan Loba, the soul of cause of weak kidneys, please come. For our beloved Linda, there is actually a chromosomal imbalance that is ancestral in nature and would not be easily identified by modern science. It is very important to consider natural product that is very green chlorophyll based, that whose purpose is to chelate the excess mineral content that has the opportunity to build in your kidneys to form stones, etc. There is also blockages along the kidney meridian that runs along both sides of the spine, and down into the legs and feet, that if acupressure or massage or acupuncture was given once a week or so, would significantly strengthen the kidneys. This is our guidance for you at this time. How. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Monica, source of stroke. Are you guys enjoying this? Do you think I know this stuff? Some of it I know. Heaven borrows the knowledge that I have on some of it, but some of the stuff I'm completely clueless about. They just come out of left field and share stuff that I have no idea. So these are examples. So Teresa, I will come to you also. Teresa's on YouTube. She's asked a question. So Monica, source of stroke. So Monica, immediately I was shown in my third eye, unpleasant picture. So this doesn't mean that you did this, Monica, the you are today. But if you work with the belief system that we live more than one lifetime, then this would apply. So what I was showing Monica was like a Viking days, long time ago, in the same area you currently live in. You were a Norseman, like a, you know, very big one, very big mustache, long blonde hair, not that good looking. And you used one of those huge axes, you know, the big, you know, half circle moon on it, and impaled somebody's head, more than one person actually. Obviously that's not who you are today, but that's the image that was instantly shown me on this question. So that's the source of the experience that is occurring with your brain at this time. That's also why you may not have received the highest blessings yet. So hopefully that assists. Please don't take it personally. We all have our blockages. I have had soul readings done for me that are very unpleasant. This is not a judgment or a criticism. If any of you judge or criticize that, shame on you. Trust me when I say you have all done these same horrible things. If we've lived more than once, we have all killed other people, period. So don't put yourself on for any moment above anybody else, okay? That was a third eye image. I wasn't expecting it. I didn't actually ask for it. Heaven instantly used that to give me an example. How did I develop my third eye? Actually, it took me a while. It took me over 2 years to develop my third eye, of a lot of practice. These are the things that you learn when you attend the 12-week open spiritual channels. Angela Byrne, shoulder pain. So Angela, it's what I'm being told. It was an opportunal attack, meaning you were in a position of energetic weakness and possibly alcohol, drinking, you know, these lead to energetic weaknesses. Possibly, I don't know anything about you or your personal life. If you do recreational things, these leave our spiritual bodies open. And the message was that there was an opportunity for negative energies to enter, and they're hanging out there. So that's an example of something I would not be able to make up on my own. It's quite interesting. But that is the source of this. Now, one of the nice things about having this wisdom, one of the reasons it's valuable for someone like a Master Sha to be on the planet today, is not only does he give you this information and empower his other master teachers to give you this information, he also empowers us to offer blessings. Okay, like I could offer a blessing right now for the shoulder pain, and it could be gone definitely in less than 2 minutes. That's what's called a soul operation. If by chance it was there after that, then that would mean it's significantly higher, and of course that can be addressed. That would take a little bit higher blessing, but you know, the spiritual blessings are things that you can learn also. You can learn to become a healer. So the path, when you're training with a true master, like a Master Sha or the other masters that train underneath them, when you train, you are training your spiritual body. You are reawakening to that which you have always been. It's literally just a waking up process. And that includes all of you having been healers at some point in time. The problem with offering healing is you need protection. Too many people, they're healers, yes, they go out there and do healing, but then they get sick. Why? Because you're not supposed to just be offering healing for no reason. You could get attacked, just like this negativity came to Angela's shoulder. You can get attacked. You go out there and you start helping and healing other people, you could get very sick at some point down the road, because you're taking on their spiritual debts. So if you become a healer in Master Sha's organization, you go through the training processes, it also comes with protections. That's, you know, priceless. And even if you don't want to become a healer in his organization, but you already do things of that nature, then you need to contact me so you can receive light wall protections and healing around you, so that you don't get attacked when you're doing your healing. Okay, lots of solutions to come also with this wisdom. Peggy Blake, chronic fatigue's been challenging her for years. She'd love to resolve it. The other soul of Peggy. Did I do this one already? I did someone's chronic fatigue. That was Mary, I think. Okay. For our beloved Peggy, the source is in your brain, literally, not your mind. You have blockages that run along the cervical, including the spinal cord. You may have had neck problems for a while, and this literally is impeding blood flow, energy flow, chi flow, communication from the brain down into the body to the organs and systems. The blockage is between the bottom of your neck and the top of your cervical into your brain. So receive blessings for that. It could make a difference. How? Okay, now I'm going to do a question for Teresa. She's on live stream with YouTube. So Teresa asks, she's had cervical disc pain and shoulder rotator cuff and shoulder blade. She appreciates to receive wisdom on the source of that. The soul of Teresa, Teresa's origination of this. So what they're showing me, Teresa, I'm getting third eye images and information that comes with it, is that you were a cattle herder, and this was like, it was actually in India, and you were on the edges of India, and in India, as you know, they don't do anything with cattle, they don't kill them. But in this lifetime, many a couple thousand years ago, you did not believe in that system, and you herded the cattle and you had them turned into food. And so there was suffering, and that's what this is related to, because in order for the cattle to be turned into food, they had to be their life had to be extinguished. So that's the source of a lot of this. Okay, do a lot of forgiveness. If you don't have the financial wherewithal, $100, $200, $300 to honor for these kinds of blessings to a master teacher like myself, then do a lot of forgiveness practice. It could go away. Do forgiveness practice every day for a half hour. Deep forgiveness. Do it every day, 2 or 3 months, longer if necessary, and your pain could completely resolve. Okay, Master Sha is beautiful. He brought solutions. Delma, fatigue. So did the soul of Delma, what is the source of her fatigue? Instantly they're telling me your kidneys, Delma, and your adrenals is the source of your fatigue. There's a lot of blockages along the Waijiao, which is the space along your back, space from the top of your head down to the bottom of your hips. There is this entire space that energy is not flowing. So energy is supposed to go in a circle around the body. And what they're showing me is this dark cloud along the back of your body. which is inhibiting the chi from flowing in a circle, and your kidneys and your adrenals are just dragged out. And so you should consider blessing. Everybody should consider blessings for these things. You know, I do these, no reason to suffer. They're not all that expensive. You know, we spend 2 massages is 100 to 150 bucks and you feel good for a week. Okay, did that really help you? These kinds of blessings could help you tremendously. No promises. Doesn't mean it's going to go away 100%. You always have to practice. You always have to do your forgiveness practices. But if you receive blessings, you do the practices that are offered and suggested, then people have results. We know that happens. Erica, what is the health concern for headaches? For Erica. So they're showing me these spots right here in the front, Erica, and your frontal lobes. And also, of course, in your neck. But it's actually more here in the frontal lobes. And it's almost like a waking up is occurring for you. So you have to do more foundational energy practice because your spiritual channels are awakening. If you do not do foundational energy practice, it'll just go pain after pain after pain. Also, your neck needs some adjustment in the upper cervical. Judy Thompson, source of overweight. How? My beloved Judy, this is your soul speaking through this carrier. I love you dearly. The weight condition is as a result of false information accepted as true, starting from your teenage years, having to do with your looks and acceptance. This impacted your self-esteem, and although it sounds trite and a bit psychological, it is nevertheless the truth that you have not forgiven those who have been unpleasant towards you. You have not brought your current adult intelligence to your teenage girl and rewritten the script of how she protected herself in those days. If you took the time to rewrite your script and teach her, the teenage girl, how to look at things differently, how to ignore other people's perspectives, how to forgive them, then you would be able to lose the weight. It has to be reversed, so to speak, at the point of origin. I love you very much. I hope you resolve this. This is your soul. How? Thank you, thank you, thank you. So in soul readings, in receiving information, sometimes it's instant. That's kind of like a direct knowing. Sometimes it's, hello, Sadesh, welcome. Sadesh, if you're interested, I'm doing readings. This is Sadesh on YouTube. I'm doing readings to share about open spiritual channels. And sometimes a soul wants to borrow my mouth to offer answers. Now, if you attended the 12-week course of opening spiritual channels, would you have these same abilities? Yes, you could, if you dedicated time to it. If you dedicated a couple hours every day. If you ask every day, throughout the day, dear heaven, may I please receive some guidance for? Dear the soul of, can I please receive a message? Dear the soul of this beautiful flower, do you have a message for me? Dear the soul of that beautiful singing bird, may I receive a message? Dear heaven, could I please have any third eye images along with this message? These are the things you learn to do. If you just want it for anecdotal purposes, why even join? This is for those that are really interested in being here for a reason on earth. Why be here if it's just to work, poop, eat, go to sleep, start again, right? What's the purpose? What a waste of time that is. This is about your life. You are a soul first, having a physical experience. We waste the first 30, 40, 50 years of our life figuring out that, well, that sucked. Let's see if we can get the last half of it right. And the last half is when we wake up and start finding our spiritual journey. The reasons why it's so hard to continue down the spiritual journey road is because we are so accustomed to taking it easy, playing in the playing field of eat, sleep, poop, go out and watch a movie, come back home, sleep, start again, right? It's such a pattern of getting stuck in the drama. Oh, let's watch our favorite TV show. I'm not saying I have my movies I like watching, but if we stay in that doldrum of pattern, wasted life. Very simple. Okay, so for those that join the 12-week Open Spiritual Channels course, in essence, what they're saying is, I want to be here for a reason. I want to make a difference. I want to know, why am I here? I bet that all of you around age 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 said, dear God, what's the reason for my being here? What's the purpose of life? We all have asked that question. I would bet $100 on it. But life beats us over the head. The movies take over, the games take over, relationships take over. We lose track of why we were really here. And then around age 30, 40, 50, we wake up and say, maybe I should work on this spiritual thing a bit more. This class is a trajectory to enhance your spiritual journey. You have 2 more days to get a 50% discount. It's the course is only $30 a week. That's like dirt cheap for the kind of, you're getting 90 minutes of very powerful education. Also, the natural side effect is people start getting healthier and healthier because you're clearing blockages in your major energy centers. You're clearing blockages in your 7 chakras. You're clearing blockages in that space along the back. One of the students I just did a reading for, she had major blockages along the back and the spine. Well, when you join the class, you do blessings for your Kundalini, your Mingmen, which directly impact your kidneys. You're doing practices to clear blockages along the spinal column in the back. So the natural side effect of opening spiritual channels is improved health, improved energy. I didn't know that necessarily until I taught the first course, probably about 8 months ago. I had, 18, 19 students join, and there was almost all the students had an increase in their health and well-being. It was a natural side effect because why? They were clearing their blockages in their energy system. They were clearing their blockages in their chakras. Why is that relevant? Because we are soul first. The soul carries all of our blockages. The soul carries our karma, right? The karma then resides on our chakras. It resides in our energy centers. It blocks our organs and our systems. Clear the blockages through the practices. Everything becomes lighter, brighter, happier, including your organs and systems. It's actually kind of cool. You open your spiritual channels, you get a nice side effect of feeling happier and healthier. Okay, so let's see who else has joined us here. A lot of questions. Some of you just got passed up. Facebook fault, not mine. It's taking me all the way to Shelly where she says fungus and parasites. I don't know. I think you know what the source of that is. Richie says colloidal silver for the soul. Rosetta asks question about ligament causing pain in gum, neck, and cheek. Okay. What's the source of this problem? The source of the problem, I'm being told, Rosetta, is something underneath the gum line, like a root canal or something like that. It's constantly releasing a bacterial toxin that is creating these problems. So check it out. Okay, it could be a root canal that they can't see, but it's actually leaking. You also might want to look into what's it called? Oil pulling. Also, you can get a soul operation for that ligament, and it's highly likely it will get better. Okay, Lori Geis, right shoulder and joint, and then it moved forward. So I'll do Lori before it moves too fast. And then I see Richie next, Richie's right shoulder. Lori Geis. There's no karma with that one, actually, Laurie. It's just stress and tension and lifting things the wrong way. It came, okay? And so I'm not getting there's any karma associated with it. Of course, the blessings will help. But yeah, I'm not getting anything. So I guess that's good in many ways. And then Richie Souder, right shoulder. Curious, but what they're showing me, this or some other lifetime, there was the removal of frogs' legs. Maybe it was fun, maybe it was for food, not sure, but there was suffering caused, and that is the karma they're showing me that has the association. Do forgiveness practice. You're very welcome, Sharon. Sharon Dodd, sorry, bad typing PC button. If you guys got passed up, again, I apologize. Facebook pushes these things past me. Deborah Anderson asked about digestion. So, source of Debbie Anderson's digestion issue. Two things, gallbladder and spleen. Gallbladder is it's overtaxed. You may have gallstone or they're forming. So you might want to look at like the Hulda Clark gallstone cleanse, Deborah. And the spleen, the gallbladder leaks. It's leaking fluid, which is part of the problem, but it's not getting sufficient bile to the spleen, and the spleen's unable to give correct information to the digestive system. Okay. Bozina, irregular heartbeat, taking lots of tablets. And they're showing me different, in my third eye, they're showing me different size valves. And they have wrong information. The valves are literally almost like 1 + 3 = 5. And so they have this attunement that is off. Probably the only solution that I've come across, and I have offered the blessings, is a healing and transmission system for a new heart, which is the highest level blessings that can be offered, and that I can offer. And it includes Shen Qi Jing blockage blessings. So the Shen Qi Jing blockages are the blockages of all the inappropriate things we've done. They get blessed. High levels of positivity comes in, the negativity leaves. Light well protection for that organ, and then new energy and matter is distributed to that organ. And the new energy and matter rewrites the script, so to speak. In this case, 1 + 3 = 5 would be rewritten, and the heart would, with a little bit of time, maybe instantly. It has happened many times where instantly the heartbeat's not an issue. I got a text just last week from a woman who had this exact condition, maybe not exact, but the same name anyway. And I did a blessing for her, exactly what I'm describing, and she has had no issue since. Her regular heartbeat's gone. So you might want to look at that. You're welcome, Elope, Linda. You're welcome, Monica. You're welcome, Deborah. Aloha, Missy Dodd. Okay, I got to wrap this up. I know there's probably other questions. I apologize for not getting to everybody. I'm at the end of the hour. And Teresa, I believe I did check with you and answer that question. Okay. So let me state something for everybody to understand. Master Sha is truly an amazing being. Your life is not to be wasted. Follow whatever teacher you want to follow. If it moves you forward, that's good. If it moves you backward, I'd move on to a new teacher. Truly understand, life is not about work and play and TV shows and eating and bathroom breaks and starting again. So much more than that. And all suffering that you have shared today, and all suffering in your past and all suffering in your future, has a very clear root. And that root is our spiritual debts, mistakes that we have made. Receive blessings. Why are you suffering? I mean, it's just nuts to suffer. Anybody can scrape up $50, $100, $200, $300. Borrow it. Receive blessings. You don't have to use me. There are 154 master teachers. All have the same abilities. Find one. But get the blessings. Stop the suffering, okay? If you just don't have it, pick up the books. You can pick them up for $10. Read the books. Practice. You'll be very surprised how well it works. Join the Open Spiritual Channels program. And for 2 more days, today is 29, 30, 31, 3 days actually. Today, tomorrow, and the next day, you can get 50% off. Follow Kristen's posts. The discount is MP50 percentage sign, MP 50%. And you get 50% off the course. You'll have more Open Spiritual Channels by the end and definitely be feeling better. And then I have an ongoing class where I keep my students in practice. Free. I offer it free. So learn more. Become part of your solution. Okay? Thank you for joining. I hope you join the Open Spiritual Channels. If you have other health issues, join the ongoing 52-week program. You can join anytime. Some people join 1 month, some people join 3 months, but I'm doing it for a full year, and I'm going through Master Sha's books one by one. 20 minutes wisdom, 20 minutes practice, and then there's a midweek practice. The more you learn, the more you practice, the healthier you become. Be a part of your own solution. That course is dirt cheap. You get 3 months for $100. So, and you get on when you're training with a master teacher like myself. Trust me, it's a lot better. You get so much more out of it. So do what it takes to be a solution for yourself. I wish to offer my deepest gratitude to my spiritual teacher and father, Master Sha. All of the beings of light who have come to offer their service today. Cannot bow down to them enough for their unconditional service. Thank you for those who join me live on YouTube. Very happy that you joined us. And Sadesh, you can ask me a question on you can email me at asoulhealer. Everybody can email asoulhealer@yahoo.com, and I will help answer that question if I missed you today. Okay? Normally my soul readings, they cost money. Why? Because I'm borrowing heaven's virtue. But today, I will do that for you. All right? Love you, love you, love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see you on Thursday. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you, YouTube. Bye-bye.